Aloha guys, Scuba Chris. I'm going to be reviewing the Okuma Helios spinning reels. These are my favorite reels for just whipping, which is what we known as spin casting here in Hawaii. I'm going to be showing you the 20. The 20 I like to use at night. Then I'm going to go up to the 30, which is kind of like a all-purpose type of reel. I just spooled this just now with 8-pound mono. And lastly, the 40. Now there's two 40s. There is the high speed and the regular one. This is the regular one, and there's also a high speed model. Now this is the first one here. This is the HSX20. This is the smallest of all the Helios. I have this on a Rockaway SB. Now this rod here is I wouldn't say it was designed to be an ultralight. It was actually designed for the California shore anglers to pick up sea perch because they come right into the shoreline. Okay, there's two models of this type of rod here. This one here is let me see, what does it say here? It says 8'6". There's two. This one here is a medium. This is also a medium light. This one here is rated for 8 to 17 pound test line, 1/4 to 5/8 ounces. So for me to use the smallest reel is perfect. This is the Helios 20. Now on this 20 I have right here, I'm using 4-pound test monofilament line. This is by Soft Steel, so this is what I'm using. Okay, the Helios HSX20, it has a gear ratio of 5.0 to 1, which means for every one revolution you make up the handle, you're going to bring in 5 turns of line. The spool is going to turn 5 times. This spool here will turn 5 times over with one crank of the handle. So since I went with 4-pound, okay, I went with 4-pound. I was mono. I was able to get 160 yards on this. Line retrieve is 24.7 inches, which means for every turn of the handle, every turn you make, you're going to bring in 24.7 inches of line. Max drag on this one is not that much because this is more of an ultralight rig. This is 6 pounds, which is more than enough. And the weight of this rod, I'm not too sure of, but the weight of the reel here is 6.2 ounces, which is not bad. I'm going to have to look up the weight of the rod. Okay, the next size, this is the HSX30. This is the medium size. So the gear ratio is 5.0 to 1, which means for every turn of the handle, the spool would give you 5 revolutions of bringing line in. Now this one here, I went with 8-pound. My good friend Jeff said go with 8-pound for average inshore reef type of reels. So I went with 8-pound mono. So I was able to get 170 yards of mono on this. Also, I actually want to go with the 6 because I'm going to get more on it, but I think he's right because you get a decent sized jack or a bonefish, good chance you might snap it. So I did go with the 8-pound. This is Soft Steel brand. And it's the max drag of this here is 13 pounds, which is not bad. There's some reels that have higher max drag, but I don't want to overpower the fish. Sometimes it's nice, especially when I'm out on the boat, but I want something for the reef here. Line retrieve is 27.8 inches. So every turn, one turn of the handle, you're going to bring in 27.8 inches of line. And the weight of this reel is only 7 ounces as compared to the 6.2 ounces of the 20 unit. Now on that medium size one, the HSX30, I plan to use this. This is the Guide Select Pro. This is 9 foot 9 inches medium. So this can handle a lot. I mean, this can actually handle the largest of the Helios, but I'm going to use it for this reel here. So this one here, let me see, the 9.9, it has a rating of 8 to 17 pound test line, and you can use 3/8 to 1 ounce weight. Now this is the larger one. There's two large ones. This is a HSX40. This is the S model, which is the high speed model. There's another one that doesn't have an S on it. It's just HSX40. That one has a lower gear ratio. This one here, the gear ratio is 5.8 to 1, meaning, for every one turn on the handle, you're going to bring your 5.8 revolutions of line. Now, on the other model, for every one turn, you're going to bring in 4.5 instead of 5.8 in this one. The reason for that, you got a lot of guys that like to go for catfish and it's going to pull a little harder, and speed is not going to be an issue. It's going to be more bringing up weight. They want the lower gear ratio. Okay, so this one I did go braid. I went a little higher because this one here I plan to go for papillos, which are jacks. This one here I use 10-pound test braid. Okay, right here. Soft Steel Eminent is the brand I use. I was able to get 180 yards on this. Now, line retrieve is 35.9, which means for every one turn on the handle, you're going to bring in 35.9 inches of line. The max drag on this is 13 pounds, good enough. And the the weight of this unit is 9.1 ounces without the line. And I would like to end that review by saying that you don't want your reels scratched up, so I use the Seagram bags. For some people, it's fun out there emptying the contents of these bags, but I don't drink, so what I do is I go to eBay, and I got lucky. I bought 40 of these, and I bought another 50 more for I think like $20-something with the shipping. So this is a great way to store your reels, so you don't get scratches on them. And by the way, this is how I bring my lead weights with me. Thank you. Why do I like the Helios Spinners so much? I don't care who makes it, if it's Shimano, Daiwa, anybody like that. It's just a good spinner. I've owned hundreds upon hundreds of outfits like this all my life. I've used just about everything there is out there, and nothing comes close to this. Price-wise, it's very inexpensive, but that's not what attracted me. What attracted me is everything. The smoothness, the lightweight, everything about this reel attracted me to it. And as I started something, a lot of my friends here in Hawaii, from Kauai to the Big Island, now use this. They love this reel. And my good friend who's a writer here for a magazine, he loves it too. And I didn't have to change his mind. He bought it on his own, tried it, loved it, and that's what he uses now. So that's all I can say. I'm not going to tell you to give up your reels to try this. Just give it a try, and then you'll see what I mean. Okay? Thank you.